Hello everyone. Welcome to JamJac channel. For today's episode, we will take a review about this mobile suit, which is the Strike Freedom Gundam. But before we begin, make sure to smash that like button. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell for more review videos like this. Let's get started. The ZGMF-X20A, Strike Freedom Gundam, aka Strike Freedom, is the successor of the ZGMF-X10A, Freedom Gundam. Introduced in Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, it is piloted by Kira Yamato. History. Development. The direct successor of the ZGMF-X10A, Freedom Gundam, the Strike Freedom was originally developed by ZAFT as a prototype machine for eventual mass production. The development itself, which had started in the same time period as its predecessor, was behind schedule and could not be completed in time due to technical limitations in developing the Dragoon system. Furthermore, its development was influenced by the Junius Treaty and data regarding the unit's existing development was to be sealed. However, the incomplete unit, or perhaps the design data, was stolen by the Klein faction, or some said its terminal ally, who also deleted the data from the servers of ZAFT's Integrated Design Bureau. Redevelopment of the Strike Freedom was then carried out by Terminal Klein faction, based on the operational data of the Freedom and incorporated the latest mobile suit technology from ZAFT's second stage series units. In fact, Strike Freedom was redesigned and modified on the basis that it would become Kira's personal mobile suit. Debut. The Strike Freedom debuted during the later parts of the Second Alliance Plant War, when Kira boarded the Eternal in a damaged MBF-02 Strike Rouge after coming to the aid of Andrew Waldfeld's ZGMF-X20A Gaia Gundam. He then launched in the Strike Freedom to defend the ship from a ZAFT attack force. Kira, with the Strike Freedom, successfully disabled 25 ZGMF-1000 Zaku Warrior and ZGMF-2000 Goof ignited within 2 minutes and then proceeded to disable 3 Nazca class. Second Battle of Orb. When it arrived on Earth along with the ZGMF-X19A Infinity Justice Gundam, piloted by Lacus Klein, delivered for Athron Zala's use, it immediately confronted the ZGMF-X42S Destiny Gundam, piloted by Shinosuke, breaking up its battle with the ORB-01 Akatsuki Gundam, piloted by Kira's twin sister, Kigali Yula Athon. The initial clash between the two suits resulted in Strike Freedom gaining the upper hand, as Shin's boomerangs and beam sword were destroyed and its energy supply was nearly depleted. The Destiny was forced to retreat when Reza Burl ordered Shinosuke to return to the LHMBB-01 Minerva to resupply. The Destiny later returned to the battlefield, accompanied by Ray's ZGMF-X666S Legend Gundam, to battle the Strike Freedom again. At one point, Kira had the chance to destroy Destiny after Strike Freedom kicked the ZAFT suit. But together, both units finally managed to put Strike Freedom into the defensive and gave the Destiny an opportunity to destroy the Strike Freedom. Athron in the Infinity Justice Gundam arrived on the scene at that moment, however, stopping the attack as well as the numerical disadvantage. For the remainder of this battle, which was not long, the Strike Freedom engaged the Legend in a skirmish, in which neither suit gained an advantage nor damaged the other because Kira was in a daze of finding out Reza Barrel's true identity. Attack on Requiem Station 1 and the Battle of Messiah. At the climax of the Second Alliance Plant War, the Strike Freedom and the Infinity Justice, both equipped with the Meteor mobile weapons platform, destroyed an important relay station, which was to be used by the Earth Alliance's Requiem tactical cannon, now under ZAFT control. After accomplishing this goal, they realized the station could be replaced and proceeded towards the Requiem itself. The Strike Freedom then engaged the Legend and, after a short exchange of fire, crippled it with its full burst mode attack. Kira docked the Strike Freedom once more with the Meteor and then headed to the mobile fortress Messiah, heavily damaging it single-handedly, before allowing the remainder of the 3 ships' Alliance vessels and mobile suit to destroy the Messiah fortress completely. The destruction of Messiah led to the subsequent end of the war, with Kira using the Strike Freedom to escape the fortress. Technology and combat characteristics. A mobile suit tuned to meet Kira Yamato's needs, the Strike Freedom has variable phase shift armor, and like its predecessor, ZGMF-X10A, Freedom Gundam, is primarily armed with powerful ranged weapons. Its armaments include head-mounted CIWS, an abdomen-mounted multi-phase beam cannon, hip-mounted railguns, combine-able beam sabers and beam rifles, Dragoon pods controlled by the new Super Dragoon system and beam shields. It is powered by the new Hyper Deuterium engine, and is also equipped with the neutron jammer canceller and the Voiture Lumière propulsion system. Due to Kira's stellar piloting, his mobile suit is rarely hit during combat, and thus Strike Freedom's design emphasizes maneuverability over its armor's defensive capabilities, though beam shields were installed as a compensatory defensive measure. As a result, its armor is split into smaller pieces to improve the movement range of the joints. A similar armor splitting system was also implemented in ZGMF-X20A's Destiny Gundam. To compensate for exposing more of its internal parts, the suit's internal skeleton and joints adopted phase shift armor materials. When these parts phase shift, they gain strength and near-human flexibility. Additionally, excess residual energy within the body can be discharged through the joints' blowing effects. The internal phase shift armor materials also help to withstand the massive output and gigasecond caused by the Hyper Deuterium engine and the new propulsion system, playing a role in increasing Strike Freedom's mobility. However, the main contributor to the mobile suit's superior mobility are the mobile weapon wings, which can be deployed in the high mobility aerial tactics or HIMAT mode to enhance the suit's mobility in the atmosphere or in space. The wings also features a variant of the Voiture Lumière propulsion system, which can generate a visual effect called the Wings of the Skies, similar to ZGMF-X20A's Destiny's Wings of Light, and is used as a means of high-speed movement. The Strike Freedom Super Dragoons are based on ZAFT's second-generation Dragoon system, with additional unique modifications. Designed for Kira's use, they allow him to hit more targets at once using the multi-lock-on system and full burst mode as compared to when he was piloting the original Freedom. They also grant Kira the ability to hit the enemy from multiple directions remotely. Like the Freedom, Strike Freedom is designed to operate alongside another mobile suit, in this case, the ZGMF-X20A Infinity Justice Gundam, and is stationed on board the warship Eternal. It also has full flight capabilities in the atmosphere and can dock with the Meteor unit to further augment its firepower. Armaments. MMIGAU-27D 31mm CIWS. Mounted in the head, the pair of CIWS guns are close-range weapons for intercepting incoming missiles and enemy units. Originally, the CIWS is supposed to be omitted due to a lack of space in the head unit. However, they are installed in the end due to their effectiveness and reliability. MGX-2235 Calidus Multi-Phase Beam Cannon. Mounted on the abdomen, this is the same type of large-caliber beam cannon as used by the ZGMF-X31S Abyss Gundam. However, as it is now powered by the Strike Freedom's Hyper Deuterium engine, it has higher firepower and rapid-fire capability. The cannon's muzzle is protected by phase shift armor. The beam fired from this cannon is the strongest among the suit's beam weaponry, capable of cancelling out the Destiny's long-range beam cannon attack. MX-2200 Beam Shield. Generated from the forearm's beam shield generators, the pair of beam shields can effectively block most beam and physical attacks. They are an improved version of the Hyperion Gundam's monophase lightwave shield, and their strong defensive power comes at a cost of high energy consumption. However, the Strike Freedom can use them without any issue, thanks to the massive output of its Hyper Deuterium engine. MAM-02G Super Lacerda Beam Saber. The suit's main close combat weapon, a pair are stored on the Ziphius 3 railguns. They are also used by the Infinity Justice and are enhanced versions of the ones used by the Justice and Freedom. The two beam sabers can be combined into a twin-edged beam saber, and this form is known as ambidextrous halberd. Kira, however, prefers to dual-wield the sabers, given his forte in executing high-speed attacks. MMIM-15E Ziphius 3 Railgun. The two Ziphius 3 railguns mounted on the suit's waist are upgraded version of the Ziphius railguns of the original Freedom. They are more powerful and have a simplified structure. Like their predecessor, the Ziphius 3 can also be used to attack enemy units in the water, which gives the Strike Freedom a quite efficient way to fight underwater enemy units. However, the railguns cannot be used when they are swapped to the back of the waist to make room for storing the MAM-21 kF high-energy beam rifles. MAM-21KF high-energy beam rifle. Developed based on the Freedom Gundam's MAM-20 Lupus high-energy beam rifle, the two MAM-21KF high-energy beam rifles can combine to form one long-range beam rifle, in a manner similar to that of the GATX-103 Buster Gundam's main weapons. As such, the rifles can be used to hit enemy units in various ranges, and Kira's habit of taking out multiple targets at once is enhanced with the use of 2 beam rifles instead of 1. The rifles are stored on the sides of the waist and can be swiveled to the back when the Ziphius 3 railguns are used. EQFU-3X Super Dragoon Mobile Weapon Wing and MA-80V Beam Assault Cannon. The EQFU-3X Super Dragoon Mobile Weapon Wing is a compound equipment that functions as both an armament platform and a high-thrust thruster, that produce a blue wing-like effect during high-speed maneuvers due to the installation of the Voiture Lumière propulsion system. Each wing stores a Super Dragoon, a wireless guided weapon pod armed with a beam assault cannon that can fire beams for range combat or emit a beam blade for close combat. These Super Dragoons are based on the ZAFT's second-generation Dragoon system, which does not require pilots to have high spatial awareness to effectively control them due to the use of an improved quantum communication system among other enhancements. Other unique modifications were also added, and due to the huge amount of data processing required, the Super Dragoons can only function at its maximum potential when used by the ultimate coordinator, Kira Yamato. The Super Dragoons can be used in group formations for multiple barrages, or used with other of the suit's weaponry to shoot down enemy ships or mobile suits. Special equipment and features. High Mobility Aerial Tactics or HIMAT mode. A configuration in which Strike Freedom's 8 wings are unfolded for higher maneuverability during aerial combat. In space, the deployment of the wings enhances Strike Freedom's AMBAC capabilities. Multi-lock-on system. Like the original Freedom, the Strike Freedom is equipped with this system to target multiple enemies and attack them at once. To use this system effectively, the pilot must have high spatial awareness capability, which is rare even among coordinators. This system can also be used when the Strike Freedom docks with the Meteor unit. Full Burst Mode. The name of the attack mode in which Strike Freedom uses its beam rifles, dragoons, railguns and multi-phase beam cannon all at once. This mode is also present in the original Freedom, and is often used together with the multi-lock-on system to destroy a large amount of enemy units simultaneously. Thanks to the dragoons, the Strike Freedom's full burst mode has a larger firing range than the Freedom's, granting it a full 360-degree range of attack capability. However, on Earth, the dragoons are not usable, making Strike Freedom's full burst mode similar to the Freedom's. Voiture Lumière propulsion system. A combat variant of the Voiture Lumière propulsion system is mounted in the Strike Freedom's mobile weapon wings. Unlike the Voiture Lumière used by GSX-401FW Stargazer Gundam, this combat variant uses an internal laser, instead of solar winds or an external power beam, and converts its energy into a strong light pressure which is then used as thrust. It can be used even when the Dragoon pods are still attached to the wings, by slightly separating the Dragoons from the main wings, without fully deploying them. The propulsion system operates at full power when all the Dragoons are launched. When activated, the system allows the suit to accelerate at incredible rates and to quickly dodge the most intense enemy beam barrages. Like the ZGMF-X20A Destiny Gundam's Voiture Lumière, Strike Freedom's system also produced a light effect known as the Wings of Light. However, the Strike Freedom's light effect is in the form of blue wings, which are also sometimes referred to as the Wings of the Skies. Hyper-Deuterium Engine. Like the other new Gundams, the Strike Freedom is powered by a Hyper-Deuterium engine, a hybrid of the nuclear reactor with the Deuterium beam energy transfer system. This meant that the suit is nuclear-powered and has sufficient power to use the Meteor unit. Neutron Jammer Canceller. A device built into the mobile suit to counter the effects of ZAFT's neutron jammers. This gives the Strike Freedom the ability to use its Hyper-Deuterium engine without the risk of being shut down. Operating System. The Strike Freedom uses the Generation Unsubdued Nuclear Drive Assault Module Complex operating system. Variable Phase Shift Armor. An improved version of Phase Shift Armor, VPS Armor is capable of automatically changing its strength, as well as color and power consumption in the field, although this must be programmed beforehand. Meteor Unit. Like its predecessor, Freedom, Strike Freedom can dock with the Meteor Unit, a large mobile weapons platform with powerful thrusters and an even more powerful armament of battleship-caliber beam cannons, large beam swords, and dozens of heavy missile launchers. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this video. Thank you for watching.